Hi, I'm Lorenzo. In this demo, I'm going to show how to build and deploy a microservice using Reedelk Data Integration Platform and Docker. In this demo, we're going to assume that a company is providing to customers a person detail API service returning details about a person in JSON format like the one shown below. There is a property name, surname, address street, address city, and address zip. The problem is that one of the customer came in and he asked us for a different structure of the JSON response returned by the API service. So they are looking for a structure where all the properties belonging to the address are in a nested object within the original JSON structure. The solution you might want to adopt is to create a microservice which transforms the JSON response from the original person detail service into the JSON structure requested by the customer. The advantages of this approach is that you don't need to change the original API. Existing customer can still reuse the original API, and we reuse the original service to accommodate new customer needs. In this demo, we're going through the following steps. We create a new Reedelk Data Integration project with IntelliJ Flow Designer plugin. We develop an integration flow applying the JSON transformation from the response returned by the original API service, and we will create and run a Docker image with the Reedelk project to deploy on production. Creating a new Reedelk project with the Reedelk IntelliJ plugin is very easy. We can select Reedelk project on the left-hand side, and we are going to use the runtime distribution from the file system. And then we set the project name. Okay, now a new project has been created for us. There are a couple of integration flows automatically generated to help developers in getting started with the platform. We can now create a new person detail transformation flow. And we are going to set as a first element of our flow a REST listener, listening on path person. And then we are going to make a REST call using a REST client component. And we're going to use the REST client to call the original service, which is the one returning the original JSON structure that we want to transform. I'm going to call that service here. And then we're going to transform the data from that service from JSON to object. And we are going to use a script component to apply the transformation. Person, object, transform. We're going to transform the original structure into a new structure. As you can see here, I'm using this Groovy script to transform the old structure into a new one. So there is a property name, surname, address containing the street, city, and zip property. We save the new script, and then we're going to transform the Groovy object into JSON. We can now start the runtime to check that the integration flow that we just developed works as we expect. Okay, so Reedelk runtime has just started and the project deployed. We can test our microservice. Yes, as you can see now, the data coming from the original service has been transformed with our integration flow. Now that we know that our transformation service works correctly, we're ready to package our Reedelk project into a Docker image to make it ready for production. You can stop IntelliJ, and we're going to start the terminal and enter the home directory of the Reedelk project we just created. We first need to run the command to create a Docker build. The build now has been created, and this Reedelk Docker demo version 1.0.0 Docker image contains our project. We can now make sure that it runs correctly. Okay, now I started the container containing our project. If we invoke it, as you can see, now we're getting the data. This time is the data that we get is from the project running on Docker. Thank you very much for watching this demo, and please don't hesitate to write me if you have any question. Thank you.